All right, we are now ready to begin the Baylor press conference. I'd like to remind you once again to please make sure your phones are on mute. Coach Drew, could you please start with an opening statement?
Yeah, first, I want to thank God for an opportunity to coach this team and be a part of their lives. Second, I want to thank Baylor for the opportunity to do that. Third, the NCAA and Raleigh for putting on a great event and the hospitality and kindness. The last game's never easy if you like the guys you were with for the year, and our staff really were blessed to be with some great group of guys. Faced a lot of adversity, but they were always very coachable and respectful, and did a great job representing Baylor University and Baylor basketball.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll open the floor up for questions for the student athletes. Jaden, can we go up front?
Norchad, I saw you coming out of a timeout maybe with about 7 or 8 minutes to go, and Duke had like a 19-point lead. And you looked like the emotion was starting to get to you. I mean, what has this season and this, your time at Baylor meant to you?
I mean, basketball has changed my life, if I'm being honest. Coming to Baylor is probably one of the best things I've ever done. I wouldn't change the time for anything. The way the coaches care about you, the teammates, like they make you grow spiritually, mentally, physically. Like the relationship I built here. I mean, I don't know if it's bad to be happy right now, but I'm happy that they came to Baylor and meet all these amazing people.
Any other questions? Go right back, Jaden.
VJ, I think y'all had a 24-23 lead in the first half, and right there in the game. What changed to allow Duke to, get some separation?
First and foremost, I'm just blessed to be on the stage, blessed to be a part of a team. I just want to thank the man above for that. And to answer your question, Duke is a well-executed team, well-coached team. They play hard. They just made shots. We had a ton of mistakes, and they separate from that. It's game. Basketball is a game of runs, and they went on a run. They went on a pretty big run, so that's what caused it, to be honest. So yeah.
Okay, Jaden, all the way in the back.
Sydney Wicker, KCEN. VJ, I was talking to Rob in the locker room, and I asked him about what it was like spending this freshman season with you. He was very grateful for the opportunity. Can you just talk a little bit about what it was like playing with Rob this season?
Yeah, I can go on and on all day, but I just love Rob with all my heart. He's my roommate. Rob is a great person. Y'all may not know it, but I know Rob is a great person. He's a great player, but a better person for sure. And I'm just thankful to have a great point guard like that beside my side the whole time. So, yeah.
Okay, right back there.
Roy Nogaltree, KWTX. Norchad, I'm curious, because there will be a lot of roster turnover with seniors and such, I'm curious what the message will be to players following in your footsteps and what they're going to find at Baylor University and what your lasting memory is going to be.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
I'm just curious as to what mostly your lasting memory of your time on campus is going to be in playing for this program, and what players following in your footsteps coming behind you are gonna find with this program.
Anybody in recruiting class, anybody that want to come to Baylor, I'm gonna tell them that come to Baylor if you want to grow like a person, and everybody gonna grow like a basketball player, and Baylor is the right place for both. So it's never gonna be a wrong decision going to Baylor. Like I said at the beginning, I would not change it for anything.
Front row, Jaden.
BJ, kind of a similar question. What has this season meant to you here at Baylor, and how do you approach, maybe the next few weeks in terms of, making a decision about your future?
I can't tell you how I'm gonna approach. I'm be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna approach the next few weeks, but my time here at Baylor, I'm gonna be honest, it's the best place. I mean, I won't trade the experience or anything for nothing in the world. Not for a national championship, nothing like that. Not for a 30-win season, because like I said, we faced a bunch of adversity, and like I said, I've just having a great group of guys around me the whole time, coaching staff, players, managers, everyone. So I just want to thank them. Like I said, Coach, like Norchad said, you're gonna grow spiritually here, and I feel like that's what drew me to Baylor. Just to grow as a man. Basketball gonna stop. Promise you, basketball gonna stop. And how I'm gonna approach life after that. I just want to be the best man I can be. I just want to stay connected to God. And if you want to stay connected to God, come to Baylor for sure. So, I can't. But to answer your last question, I can't tell you how my next few weeks are gonna be.
Okay, that's all the time we have for the student athletes. Gentlemen, you're excused. Thank you very much.
God is good.
Sir.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we're going to open up the floor for questions for Coach. Just go right back in the front.
Scott, I could see the pride on your face as they're talking there. It's a ball game there in the first half. Just how proud of the way you all competed were you?
I mean, if you go into a game and you say you're going to out-rebound somebody 18-3 on the offensive glass, you're only going to have 5 turnovers, you probably feel pretty good about that. We're up 24-23, I believe, going into the 8-minute media. Second half, it's pretty close, 36-42. That last 8 minutes, beat myself up as a coach. Should have done some different things, burned all the timeouts, played Norchad, tried to run longer offense. But Duke's a great team. Coach Shire's done a great job. You make mistakes, they make you pay. I mean, Steph Curry was 7 for 8 today and 6 for 8 yesterday, so I don't know if he's transferring to NC State, but he was pretty good the last 2 games here.
Any other questions for Coach? Can we go back there, Jaden?
Coach, I'm curious, I believe I asked you before, but what sort of lessons do you think that you'll take away from this season? Obviously, it's fresh right now, but I'm just curious as to going forward, what that's going to look like, and I guess you'll have to meet with your staff and figure it out.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I think this is a transition period for a lot of coaches and staffs trying to figure out just how to implement and run the best program with the current climate and rules. Obviously, with us, our depth hurt us this year, so that's something that you definitely always want to have more rather than less. But that would be probably first and foremost. And from there, proud of the men we've attracted to our program. They represent the university. They do what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it. And normally we go to hotels and people comment the professionalism, the kindness. A lot of times tournaments will say we're cheering for you because your guys are so professional and kind and nice. And again, life is short. I'm not going to work with people I don't want to be around. So we're blessed to have great young men as far as evaluation and how to implement offense, defense, and everything in just a year. You're constantly adjusting, fine-tuning, and trying to come up with best ways to be successful. And that's what we'll do because it's hard to get to postseason. It's hard to win in postseason, but our goal is to not be done playing right now, and we got to figure ways to do that.
Okay, we're going to go all the way in the back.
Coach, there was a lot of emotion in the locker room from the guys. Can you just talk about how special this season was and this group of guys was?
I think the last few years we've been really blessed with. Last year we had 2 first-rounders. We had two-way guys that are playing in the NBA. A lot of guys become successful, but I think just the way they carry themselves and represent the university, we don't get a lot of calls at 4 a.m. and we don't get a lot of people complaining on the road about how they are. So proud about that. And at the end of the year, if there's no tears, that means you really didn't put your heart into it. And we always talk about emptying your cup, and that's all you can do is empty your cup. And I know our staff feels like we emptied our cup this year, and I know a lot of our players feel the same.
All right, let's go in the front, and this will be our last question.
Scott, you addressed it a little bit yesterday, but Duke, how hard they are to guard because, I mean, their big guys are skilled, and, just how tough was that today?
Well, I think you look at it, and the analytics show they didn't have any weaknesses, and size and length always beats less if you don't have size and length. If everything's equal, and they're blessed because they got size and length and skill, and they have really good players. And Coach Shire's done a great job putting together a roster that blends, plays well together, and I mean a lot of them will play professionally because of that.
All right, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.